and then we'll try all our best to overpass those bad feelings which we've witnessed in recent years. As far as I'm a journalist, I'm looking and I'm concentrated on the role of media, in fact, in all those processes. Because we all know what the importance of media in everyday life, and we all know how the media here and there we use or misuse, and in a political term. So that's what's happening in Kosovo. That's what's happening in Serbia. That's what was up to the very dangerous scales was we witnessed that in a time of disintegration of former Yugoslavia. So I would like to stress that many things within societies and states are subject to change. Times of wars and peace come and go. Periods of progress and times of devastation. Political systems crumble and rise. Forms of ruling monarchs and presidents, they come and go. But one thing remains unchanged. It's topography. So we are where we are. A long time ago, we were thrown into this space, which we were studying up for centuries in order to create a sort of garden out of it. Like in ordinary life, we have not been choosing our neighbors. Topography decided on them. However, it entirely depends on us if the topography would be the common judge and evil destiny, or an opportunity for us to exchange our common lives together, what the economists would call comparative advantages. One wise man, Abraham Lincoln, said a long time ago, public feelings are everything. With public feelings, nothing can fail, nothing can succeed without it. So let us talk on creating those public feelings, and media does have enormous role in those processes. Throughout centuries, media had enormous influences on our societies, politically, culturally, technologically, economically. Channels of communication flow through constant evolution at the same time. That's from printed media, to radio, to TV, to internet, to Twitter. This constant innovation influenced and continues to influence great changes in the world. It also affects what Lincoln said, public feelings. We live in a region which is often considered to be a neglected part of Europe. We live with that alarming stigma of Balkanization. We are often seen as an area of Europe in which each generation had almost inherited need for wars, conflicts, and troubles. Why is that? Why is it that media are seen also as the promoters of tension? Why is there such a huge lack of culture of dialogue? Why is that compromises are seen as traces? Why is there so much radicalism and extremism of various kinds in so many different fields? All of us in this region are going through dramatic political and social changes known as a transition but it seems that the sum of the relations within countries in this area, in this region, the sum of those relations is better than the simple sum of bilateral relations. It's sort of a paradox in some cases. We still live in a region which has not achieved desired levels of stability, in which there is a need to increase the capacities of democratic institutions. Calls to end nationalistic rhetorics and to reform more quickly have not been heard properly. Francis Bacon wrote in the 17th century about three inventions that changed the world in a way no great empires could have done. He wrote about compass, gunpowder, and the printing machine. There is, of course, no need for me to explain the power of printed word, neither in a book nor in a newspaper. We know how much evil a printed word brought in these areas. However, along with the change of the political and social landscape of our region, new ideas, causes and values are defeating the slogans of recent past. Thus, that means that the media need to re-evaluate their role. They need to consider new achievements to scan themselves. Social and political circumstances have never been easy in this part of Europe. Heritage is rich, but it was pressured simultaneously by stereotypes, lack of understanding, and hatred. Media thus has its share in this. Today, pressured with crisis, political pressures coming from various sides, offers of corruption, sometimes, unfortunately, and with one's ignorance, I'm talking about journalists, ignorance and unprofessionalism, journalists are facing a serious challenge to inform and educate the public, to be responsible, before the public, in parallel with all those negative circumstances. What should be the role of media in this complex part of Europe, which is simultaneously characterized by conflicted environment, transitions, ideas of Europe on the other side? I believe that media should help in bringing the European values closer to our people. I also believe that we will agree about a lot having been done, that a lot have been done in this direction, but alarming bells continue to react on nationalism, lack of tolerance, weak institutions, corruption, and criminal. It is shown that the changes of